You already knew this wasn't good for you. You weren't confused anymore. You weren't idealizing them. You weren't lying to yourself, and still, you went back. You sent the message, you replied, you reopened the door. And the worst part wasn't even the pain, it was the thought that followed. If I'm this aware, why am I still doing this? This video is not about weakness, it's not about lack of self-control, and it's not about you failing at healing. This video is about what happens after awareness, when the mind understands, but the body hasn't caught up yet. Awareness is powerful, but awareness is not regulation. You can clearly see the pattern. You can name the red flags. You can predict the ending, and still your body reacts as if none of that matters. That's because insight lives in the brain. Attachment lives in the nervous system. And the nervous system does not respond to logic. It responds to familiarity, threat, and relief. So when people say, "I know better, but I still miss them," they're not confused, they're dysregulated. Most people believe going back means one of three things. You weren't strong enough, you didn't want it badly enough, or you secretly hoped it would be different. But relapse in attachment patterns usually means something else. It means your nervous system reached for regulation, not for the person. You didn't go back because you forgot the pain. You went back because separation activated something older, something physical, something automatic. Let's talk about the science. There's a well-studied mechanism called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same system behind gambling addiction. When rewards are unpredictable, sometimes present, sometimes absent, the brain becomes hyper-focused, not calm, obsessed. In relationships, this looks like warmth, then distance, connection, then silence, hope, then confusion. And every time relief comes back, even briefly, dopamine spikes, not because the relationship is healthy, but because the uncertainty finally stopped. Your brain learns this equation. Relief equals safety. This person equals relief. That's not love, that's conditioning. Let's slow this down. Think about the moment you almost didn't text. Your body was tense, your chest felt tight, your thoughts were loud. You told yourself, "I know this isn't good." But then the discomfort kept rising, and eventually you didn't go back because you wanted connection. You went back because you wanted the discomfort to stop. When their message arrived, your body softened, your breath changed, your nervous system settled, and in that moment, relief felt like proof. But relief is not evidence of safety. It's evidence that the stress ended. There's another mechanism at play here. It's called prediction error. Your brain expects one outcome: silence, loss, rejection. And then suddenly, something different happens. A message, a reach, a moment of closeness. That surprise intensifies attachment. That's why returns often happen after you've decided to walk away. After clarity, after resolve, the timing itself makes it stronger, and your nervous system interprets it as meaning. This is the hardest truth. You don't miss the person. You miss the state your nervous system enters when the tension stops. The calm after chaos, the relief after fear, the quiet after hypervigilance. Your body learned connection through emotional spikes. So peace without spikes feels empty. Stable connection doesn't hijack your nervous system. It doesn't keep you guessing. It doesn't flood you with adrenaline. And to a system trained on intensity, that can feel wrong, boring, flat, unsafe. This is rarely talked about. Awareness can increase pain at first, because now you know what you're doing. And when you go back, shame enters the picture. Why am I like this? What's wrong with me? I should be past this. But should is a cognitive word. Your nervous system doesn't understand it. It understands safety, familiarity, regulation. So every time you turn awareness into self-attack, you add another layer of threat. And threat makes attachment tighter. What you're experiencing is not failure. It's the pattern's last grip. Patterns don't disappear when you see them. They weaken when your body no longer needs them to feel okay. Going back doesn't mean you're not healing. It means your system hasn't learned another way yet. And learning safety takes repetition, not punishment. Release does not start with letting go of the person. It starts with stopping the war inside yourself. When you stop calling regulation weakness, when you stop confusing relief with truth, when you stop treating relapse as proof of defect, that's where space opens. Not for forcing yourself to detach, but for your nervous system to learn something new. If you keep going back even after awareness, it doesn't mean you didn't learn. It means your body hasn't finished learning yet. And that doesn't make you broken. It means you're at the threshold. This channel exists to make these patterns visible, not to rush you through them. If you want to understand them instead of repeating them, subscribe and keep going with me. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for therapy, diagnosis, or professional mental health treatment. If these patterns feel overwhelming or unsafe, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional